Welcome to Canucka White Stories, where every tale claws into the darkness. Brace yourself for the untold, the raw, the real.
I took a night security job that shouldn't exist. The job posting disappeared 5 minutes after I applied. That should have been my first warning. It had shown up on a local listing site just after midnight. No company logo, no address, just a title and a rate that didn't make sense. Night security monitor. Cash paid daily. No experience required. I clicked out of curiosity. The description was short. Monitor, cameras. Do not leave the booth. Do not interact with anything you see. At the bottom was a phone number. No email. No website. I called it. Someone answered immediately. Like they'd been waiting. You start tonight, a man said .com. Flat. Midnight to 6. Bring nothing but your phone. Leave it face down. Before I could ask where the job was, the line went dead. A text came through seconds later. Location pinned, Dona Bilate. The pin led to the industrial edge of town, past the warehouses, past the places people stopped going after dark. The building had no sign, just a concrete block structure surrounded by chain link fencing and dead floodlights. One door, no windows. It looked abandoned, but the door was unlocked. Inside, a narrow hallway led to a small security booth, a desk, a rolling chair, and a wall of -12 camera feeds, all already on. The lights hummed softly overhead. On the desk was an envelope with my name, handwritten on it. Inside, six crisp bills and a single sheet of paper. Rules. 1. Sit in the chair at all times. 2. Do not adjust the cameras. 3. If a camera goes dark, look away. 4. If you see someone who looks like you, close your eyes. 5. Do not respond if you hear your name. 6. You will be relieved at 6 a.m. My stomach tightened. I laughed under my breath. Someone's idea of a prank, I told myself. An escape room thing. Viral marketing. Still, I sat down. The clock on the wall ticked to 12 a.m. The first hour was uneventful. The cameras showed empty hallways, storage rooms, long concrete corridors that seemed to stretch farther than the building should allow. At 12:47, one of the feeds flickered. Static crawled across the screen. I remembered Rule 3. Primero looked Hawaii. When I glanced back, the feed was normal again. At 1:12, I noticed something else. Camera 6 showed a hallway I didn't remember seeing before longer and narrower. The lights inside it pulsed faintly, like they were breathing. I leaned forward instinctively, then stopped. Rule 2. I sat back. At 1:58, the sound started. A faint tapping, not from the monitors. From somewhere in the building. Tup, tup. Tup, tup. Slow. Measured. I held my breath. The sound moved closer to one of the cameras. Camera 9. On the screen at the far end of a storage room, something shifted in the shadows. A figure stepped forward. Human-shaped. Too still. It stood just inside the camera's view, head tilted slightly, as if listening. Then it lifted its face toward the lens. My face. Same hair. Same crooked nose. Same tired eyes, but the smile was wrong. Too wide. Too patient. My pulse hammered. Rule 4. I closed my eyes. The tapping stopped. When I opened them, camera 9 was empty. At 2:34, I heard my name. Not through the speakers, behind me. Soft. Familiar. Almost kind. Hey, it whispered. You can take a break. I didn't turn around. Rule 5. My phone vibrated on the desk. I'd forgotten it was even there. A message from an unknown number. He didn't follow the rules last time either. My blood ran cold. Last time, I typed back with shaking hands. What is this place? 3 dots appeared instantly. A test. A filter. Most people don't last past 3. At 3:01 a.m., camera 12 went dark. Black screen. Static hissing softly from the speakers. Rule 3. I stared at my hands. Something moved in my peripheral vision. I felt it more than saw it. Someone standing just outside the booth, inches from the glass. Breathing. Slow. Controlled. You're doing better this time, a voice said. My voice. You didn't scream. The chair creaked. The air grew cold. My phone buzzed again. If it asks you to open the door, don't. The handle to the booth door rattled. Once. Twice. I just want to switch places, the voice said gently. You're tired. I squeezed my eyes shut. The rattling stopped. At 5:59 a.m., every monitor shut off at once. The lights went out. Darkness swallowed the booth, then footsteps. Heavy. Human. The lights snapped back on. A man in a security uniform stood in the doorway. Shift's over, he said. You did fine. Relief crashed over me so hard my knees went weak. He handed me another envelope. Cash as he turned to leave. I noticed something on the back of his uniform. My name. I didn't go back the next night, or the next, but sometimes just after midnight, get a notification on my phone. Missed call. Caller ID. Night security, and in the reflection of my dark screen, I swear I see someone else sitting in that chair, waiting to be relieved.
Thanks for joining Canucka White Stories. Subscribe for more gripping tales.